Today, na the 14th day of June 2022. On the 6th of June, we beget a leaked document we title Parliamentary Welfare Act 2022. Inside it, the Speaker of Parliament at the end of that particular document day, a name be ascribed to the document. We be don't deal with Tanaya. We then get different parts them of the bill. Naya also. We part one explain to we within the different categories them within inside the bill they talk about. Then part two explain to we the salaries and condition of service for the speakership, leadership, clerkship, and members of parliament. And part one be analyzed within a speakership, leadership, clerkship, and members of parliament. Then part two be tell we within the salaries and condition we then be the anticipate for. Then part three be they tell we about the allowances and other benefits them where the members of parliament them be want. It went viral. If I'm not mistaken, I think we share a network here that the same day we come out. Now the same day we start the conversation. That's what we do now. Then the next day, well, from that day they say if we don't begin go viral, then the next day the mainstream media in a salon, then self take them, they do different program them. Uma Ufofana, self be reach with them na BBC, we be playing now on Saturday. Usai they deny. Then we come with waiting the clerk of parliament being released. Now here I tell we say with waiting the clerk be say. Remember, he say as at the time we in write that press release. They no be done gazette am yet. But nothing no be there inside waiting the clerk say we condemn waiting they inside the Welfare Act. Instead, let me try for make me and you understand say it is a private member bill. And every parliamentarian na a private member where yes, as per law, then self get right for able for write bill like this one. But there are procedures where if I reach na the clerk office, then the speaker, then they for gazette them, then they go can lay them na parliament na table. When him be they talk with the clerk write that thing day, it just make them understand say they not do all them procedures then they yet. When make me na ya been talk say, not so because the clerk say then they disassociate themselves from him, mean to say they not get a moon, they not get the plano. Fambulem. Today they begin for talk about that in a parliament. And the members of parliament them be agree. They agree say then conditions of service. Even though pa Umaru Fofana in your reporting, we learn say I don't know. Now thief we because they give them $15,000 for Mutoka. Whether one day, I don't know what I'll get for all responsible. Who side them pull the money? But Umar Fofana tell we say, then give them $15,000. Already, whether they serve, I don't know if na finance would have signed for give parliamentarian $15,000. Okay, let's shock you. The parliamentarian then one they can deny this why they can't talk so. Yeah. I get them from a credible, reliable source. Say even the opposition, the APC, right now, where they ala for waiting for the mid-term census. Now just game then they play. Now game. You know why? The $15,000 when they give all the parliamentarian them. Now just before that first make what they make like a voice, they want fight against the midterm where they go in a parliament. After that, now that $15,000 come for all man for benefits them per motoka. For benefits them per motoka. There was a plan with some of the parliamentarians them on the opposition side for let them go sit down and get a draft with some civil societies and some other citizens them where at that time not being greasy then supposed for do the midterm census. They be supposed for all a meeting. But after all of man be don't catch them $15,000. Young uno from them again. They just do that performance at parliament. It was an act. A movie then be the act. Then just do that performance at parliament. Let you feel to say they not be mixo, they not need so. My dear, then be don't catch $15,000. If na lie at the lie by the parliamentarian them. Do ya? Anyone by the way listen this. Let them say, waiting be happen, waiting a talk. Na ya, no to true. Let them say no to true. Say, that particular term for that midterm census. Where the opposition be they make tigre. Not to that any then give them the $15,000. Say na for motoka. So all waiting they do so now. Then they act film for script where them be done right. But now we the people them they vote for them. Now we they go and bang with green versus red versus green. The umbrella. No, not to the umbrella na the rainbow. No, not to the rainbow na this. When then they under the canopy of politics, they're all the same. They're all the same. Yeah? In case you not be know this, me, I don't make you know this now. Let them deny. Say no to that thing, then give them the money. Now I make na year. I'm not going to reach this far. But since now they don't agree now in a parliament, say yes, they need that kind of a helebala. They don't care about we. They don't care. Hey. Now, Michael Coca say, according to the parliamentary spokesman, it be then a Radio Democracy 98.1. He said that $15,000 not to be in gift to, not be in loan. Me, I don't tell you now, waiting be there behind the 15,000, sir. I don't tell you. So any other act where they want for put is up to them. Alusain, Alasan, Beshi, they all not the same. They all not the same. Okay. Well, let's show you how we read the news today. At the talk I say how all the MPs them then go take the same amount. How? How then go take the same amount? There. Well, landing na microcredit. Na microcredit. Now make the all they take the same amount. But then I feel to say, okay, Abdul M. Fatoma of Chadi. He say, all the political party leaders in a parliament, APC, C4C, NGC, SLPP, today, unanimously support this unfair and disrespectful bill, what they call Parliamentary Welfare Bill 2022. Against we the people of Sierra Leone who don't cry out, say, this one, this particular one, uno wanta. He said that we MP there, they want we for vote for them, for be MP. That is true. But once they don't go to the office where they desire, then go impose their own preference over the community members them. Waiting they want, now they go impose over waiting with the people them want. This to Abdul M. Fatoma is a betrayal of the people in trust. And now we take them, say, may them go represent we. Now we choose them. But oh yeah, when they reach there, then things say na personal survival over we the people we interest and waiting we they aspire for now with various constituencies them. He say na Saturday for we the voters them. He say now, let we tell we MP then say, let them, when they think in a parliament, let them go vote against her. Hey. I see there. He said, forget the ultimatum. Say, when that bill can a parliament for vote, you either vote against them or next election would they vote you out. That one they go only happen if we get independent candidates them ready for the battle ahead. That go only happen if we get for make we give them that ultimatum they for choose. Say you either vote against this or we choose another candidate over you. Where be say the political party then get for come just now and we people them na party line then they vote on. They vote on party lines. So we were ready. Say a network political party. And I'm not ready, because people they can go just now as independent candidates. We need for go pull them. Would I again they follow me? Ataya Engaya. Because election can just now political party now then they choose. Then choose then can show the people them. So how we go get an ultimatum day? Unless we get independent candidates them, we're ready. But if the candidates are ready, have done the people are not ready. Not doing that. No, seriously though. Let's say the candidates then ready. Are the people ready? for choose the ultimatum. So they pull you next election if you no vote against that one day. Political party they no go work itself. They say but na left there. We election can't just now they go show the order for vote for. So you don't see? Eh? You don't see? Okay. Well, I just read for we waiting Abdul M. Fatoma tell we about this one. So let's bring him on board. Let he explain to we small. One tiff small pine term no more. Welcome on board, Abdul M. Fatoma. We
Thank
bring you come
for
again,
having
sir.
me.
Because this one, me naya, I be don't talk and say, not so because Parliament say they no mix pan this bill make for say we for believe them. But then get for come pass over we aid. So now then try for do so now. There, how Chadi see this particular one where Parliament don't they push for, sir?
On the 6th of this month, we pulled a release out with a call on the people of Sierra Leone and also the government of Sierra Leone for let we all join hands together and reject, this particular disgraceful bill. And the bill will serve like the MPs the ears and deaf towards the common suffering of the ordinary Sierra Leonean, of families and way they say I'm very hard and difficult for set AI past 15,000 leons in neither fulfill them family. Because when you wake every morning at this country, everything they go up. But we know they see MPs and they clamor or support a bill way go able for reduce the suffering on citizens and at this country. You either be SLPP supporter, APC supporter, NGC supporter. Life they become unbearable and very hard for the people of this country. We politicians and within our parliament, not they do much for advocate for the welfare or the good living condition of the citizens there. But we see say a document leak on the very 7 after we press release and other citizens outcry on that leaked document. The 7, the clerk of parliament, Umar Tarali, signed a document say, then associate themselves as far as they know, the office of the clerk and that of the office of the Speaker of Sierra Leone Parliament not get any knowledge of such document. Sadly and disgracefully, this weekend on Sunday, we been get a program where one radio station, McKinney, Hope FM, host me and our two. Now on that program, it confess say, now later on, in don't read and understand say that document be non-gazetted. And when any document where gazette for go parliament, 2 successive copy for done day, then if for spend 9 days in parliament. 9 days on the gazette. Then after that, then for bring and can na parliament in the clerk, now in the assign a date for the first reading. This na procedure where either private motion bill which can be filed by a group of parliamentarians or a member of parliament or a government motion bill where na a minister from the government for come. So within that 9 days they don't file that document 2 successive documents. So when it don't gazette, then you bring and can for the first reading, they go for the second reading, then it go through the other process, it become a law. So if this thing don't go through gazette, and then they tell we say they not be aware, but it directly talk about more benefit for the office of the speaker for match towards the commensurate, and salary scale of that of the vice president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. And the deputy speaker in salary for the commensurate to the chief justice of Sierra Leone. And then each other MP. But then every time they open their mouth for defend this bill or for distance themselves with this bill. You know, they see nothing past a clear dishonest, disrespect, disregard to the people of this country. Because if now you they tell me, say, you need a bill for a group set of people where we they vote for and send for represent we, for look after their own health care and abandon with your healthcare situation. I mean, I not see anything where this happening like that. Why collectively we not go put law or create an social economic condition we go make Connaught become a world class, cottage become a world class, and when I decide for giving ourselves discount as we representatives there, why should they use this world class healthcare facility? But when I say a preventable disease then don't kill some of our members then. So now because of una poor, I mean, it's an option for every citizen of this country for choose for going to politics. And if even you didn't into politics, now option for you for choose for go na parliament. Not a compulsory. Nobody no force anybody for going to politics. Nobody no force anybody for go represent in a parliament. Now then choose come forward. If you know say you be broke, you totally broke, you cannot afford your health care but you want the state for take care of your health care. But then you, they in position for help the state, for let the state take care of the health care of the citizen. You can't do that. And you think saying a honest thing, then I mean, this is the wrong thing.
I
One
want
of the
all you
most
under quick,
yeah,
Abdul. I want all you there quick because when we reach Naya, then I remember the time we get few souls them where we lost na the country because of light and oxygen. Parliament at that time never stepped up and asked few questions for them people there. Because okay, now we send them there. But just now they want for make we believe say just because they lost few of the members them, so now I make the state for foot them bill now if they get for fly out. This not just the basic one with oxygen, lights no they oxygen done or one or few things then they will make souls then lost. Small picking them where now we future leaders them tomorrow will be able for lost them. But parliament not be step up that 10 day. But now then they claim say because of the lost some of the members them they want $15,000 yearly for take care of themselves. If they get for fly then go out, well and they get for be on the state and they get for be 30 days. Like them put everything out they want them.
yeah. I mean, like I say in my intro, I mean, the disheartening thing is that they want to let the state take care of them, even though not them be choose for be member of parliament. And the people of this country only support that they will for represent them, because that's how we democracy, design. So now for let them actually advocate for the welfare, the well-being of this country and this country's citizens, they see that appetite, they see that interest in them. Unitedly they support in this bill wholeheartedly, leader after leader. NGC Kande Yunkela and the deputy for C4C, the deputy leader for APC, Ibrahim Ben Kagbo, the government leader, Matthew Nima, the deputy speaker, the speaker, for SLPP. Unanimously, united they are for disrespect the people of this country. And waiting we need the acts. That's it. Now we put them. We go be the same people. We will teach them lesson. 2016, 2017, we will launch a campaign against members of parliament them for corruption again. And we be see 80% not come back na parliament out after that campaign. And they put out this message to the Parliament of Sierra Leone that if they go ahead with that bill, we will call for mass demonstration at this country for the poor conditions, a poor living condition where the people then they, and then when they decide for neglect and only uplift their own living condition. We go ensure that say we the people, now we get the country, now we get the government. We the people, now from we the sovereignty derive from. So if then continue for disrespectful, we self go challenge them say now we fundamental right for say no to them, na public. And we will continue for challenge Parliament on this very issue, right? If they not go respect the people of this country, I mean, the best they can do, let them drop this nonsense. Because this is disrespectful. I mean, how many picking then they did every day from sick picking, Sarah Media, AYV, where then they show them picking, then they waste on them, then bone, then they come out, in poor health condition. Look at the hospitals then. When you see them call the Minister of Health or the President, or ask them, say, in the midterm development plan, in the manifesto, una be say every 3 radius miles, una go provide health center, not a community clinic, but health center. We will be equipped with modern equipment for provide healthcare service for people of this country. Even though every now and then, with the law speaking in a cottage, things they were preventable, but then because of poor healthcare service, we they lost them. And then if that they happen at the city, tell me what thing they happen at the provinces. Areas the way they walk at 15 miles, you're not able to access healthcare facility. But then they not talk say, we need for pass a bill for put pressure on government for ensure that say every town, every big town, we get more than 15 houses, forget 5 or 10 bed hospital, healthcare center with a nurse and a medical doctor. We're not able to see that bill there yet. But now we they get a bill, if we then sick, we for take care of them. Every citizen way they buy every commodity, even they work. The fact that say somebody they send for you money, that money they take care you buy television. That money they take care you buy rest. You they pay GST. And that you GST they now the tax then they one and they where government they take for pay government workers, including you members of parliament. So if they say they not they vote against this bill, we make sure that say inside your political party, all the MPs the way they represent you now in a parliament, una vote against them, let them not get symbol. Now una party for let them not kind of parliament again. So now we call on all Sierra Leoneans inside Sierra Leone, outside of Sierra Leone, for urge the local MPs them, for let them pull hand by this bill. If they insist, then go forward. We get several steps that will they take. One, we ask that say the one that we they inside una political parties, una not give them symbol again. Then secondly, they come out and demonstrate against this parliament.
Okay. I like the first option again we talk about, because now then we don't begin discuss just before they carry it you. Say the political parties them right now, then self go say, well, then one day we put them. I they envisage the day where we go get more independent candidates, where I feel say we then go they're not gonna be tied to political party, because right now then go get a pass. And if you see inside this bill, even for former members of parliament, they bring the inside there because they know say most of we parliamentarian them now one time they can go there. They know they go there two. So now I make you see them create space for themselves back. Say just in case I can't want them, at least the oil go rub per me small. But if if the parliamentarian, or let me say now, we get new independent people, we ready for challenge this year. You know it in because of what I don't do. Let us self come and step up. Are the people ready for independent parliamentarian? We maybe that one day go start for bringing change inside parliament.
The people of this country themselves are a disappointment to themselves, right? A very hard for say that, but I mean, a very good for say I'm again. If only you honest to yourself. Majority of citizens of this country, they are disappointment to themselves. The very people the way you they cry for say the MPs and then they rob them off of their own dignity and they rob them off of their own resources. If one bag rest after they don't suffer for 4 or 5 years, that person then are the first person na their life we don't offer them one bag rest. That then a common language in this country. Triple A, you go can't give somebody 100,000 leons. If they tell you before you face triple A, you're not the first person ever don't come at that community and give them 100,000 leons. If you left there, another person come, Abdul Fatoma now go to that same community and go give the same 100,000 leons. Then they use the same jargon where they use before you. Say you not the first. Then go say back Abdul Fatoma not the first. This is how frustrating things and they at this country. That the people themselves, I mean, they are jokers. Majority of the people. They see sufferness, but they fight for them. They say na labul you dey pa na boku talk. So I mean, this now the thing. If you they bring a third force at this country, if you not bring money for fight against the government, that you third force we carry with that you idea. I mean, you go die then bury you with her, and you get less people in the community follow you. But that man will make them suffer. Whilst he live a rich and luxurious life, where he died, the entire street they full up for go better. You with that your idea, where you want time for transform the life, you go die. Maybe you neighbor self not the join at the burying, but you go eat now you host every morning if then they cook. But they not go ever participate in the burial, ceremony services. It happen at this country. Right? So I mean when it comes to that, I make a talk say since religiously they believe in a political party, but however then they change them people then at them political party. So we go only urge them that inside your political party, please not vote for any MP will support this bill if they pass it. Because if you look at the inconsistency, like what we tell Umar Paran on Sunday, I said the sad thing is that you have been very much inconsistent with this thing. And the inconsistency carry on today. This not bill where them be say you not get owner, they not sabi and they not get no knowledge. How can you be united in supporting something where you say you not aware, the speaker in office not aware, the clerk in office, shamefully, he cannot get back to us and say, now we don't find the owner of this bill. And on Sunday, what he say they don't set up ethics committee where they don't send a complaint to the standing ethics committee, say, they want know the MP way, go put speaker in name without speaker in consent. So instead of them tell we the outcome of the ethics committee, the complaint where they before there, what we hear? This bill good. This bill good for improving we life. We they suffer. We are the most indebted people there. I mean, who that send inside politics? Who that send inside politics? And how we go care and concern about you being indebted? And the other private businessman at this country, how indebted. You know how many microcredit women they don't run away, don't go na bush, don't go Conakry, don't go other side there because of the interest rate on the microcredit loans where banks then they give them. And each bank in this country get in your interest rate, percent. So no ceiling cap, no day. Everybody, how I give you money, how the percent I want in return, nine I they put. So I mean, it's so painful that the people where the majority of the community be rely on say, then they go represent them for let them go bring a better life na the community, then turn them back against them people and say, me first deserve a better life than una. So if una 2000 be send me na parliament, me one, I deserve a better health care, a shining gold plate vehicle. I deserve a diplomatic passport, meaning I don't require a visa for go any part of the world. I require $15,000 healthcare benefit. That if I sick, I say I want to go for medical in America, na London, na Germany. I forgo the 30 days, and una half GST and other working tax there. Una they pay to government. Now that money I go dey enjoy whilst I dey seek medical treatment na any country of me choice. This na the message we dem send to we. And the good thing is that dem get less than 8 months for let dem exit. So now some man know say e don perform bad na in constituents. Possibility they say even in party no dey make e come back, let alone the people there. Even in political party, not gonna make it come back. So with that, they now ask for lifetime payment. Lifetime. Lifetime. And other countries there, you know that then they pay lifetime, then they employ for lifetime. Now judges. Now judges them. Because the judges them na then for supposedly for be independent and then not they make money and then not for be controlled by either the executive arm or the legislative. So with that country like America, where you be a judge, you're not a lifetime judge. If even they remove you today, that same money when they give, then they pay you till your life end. So now cleverly, they turn away we own. When you be MP in this country, you be a lifetime MP because you get for receive money. Even though you're not in a parliament again, you they receive money.
So what happened to the wage harmonized bill, the one for harmonize the wages thing? What happened to that? Andy?
The wages and compensation bill, it in a parliament. They between parliament and whosoever, them one for let a header commission office where they facilitate that. That before you they ask for another in a old one. What about what's wrong with the women's bill? The 30% where woman and they ask for. The amendment for the sexual harassment bill. The data protection bill, where they protect me and you to information. Now, as I speak to you, the next page where they produce with passport, one Saloma no sit on the computer, when in the take we entire biodata. Now Lebanese nationalism when they are not Sierra Leonean Lebanese. Now then sit down on them computer and the non-Saloman, not the work na immigration, we get direct access to their computer then they. as a local staff. Anytime, send investigators, let them go check. Right? So every country now, data protection law is more paramount than MP welfare. But all of that, not they. It's not their concern. It's none of their business. Right? Light not the day. Now some communities it hardly for let them see light. They don't call ETSA and ask ETSA why would they produce poor electricity? Why would not agree for provide electricity? If a car power ship then at this country, then be tell we say car power ship alone 24 hours they able to give the entire Freetown and even the environs light. But then be tell we say they only sign agreement with car power ship for let it give 70% or 30% because the balance then they bring them from Bubuna Hydro. But then either them or car power ship will not be able to enjoy a stable, clean electricity for even 12 hours a day. Straight 12 hours a day. Either now we home or neither we offices. Offices we can go 4 good days without electricity on working hours. Wilkinson Road, na dey na office there. Now say na Busho, the high end. We say people then say, me I dey live a better life now. Wilkinson Road and me dey, not to Eastern, not to up mountain, not to down slum, not to Crew Bay are they. Huh? A very good friend of me, they spend 36 million Leone a month on diesel no more. Not even in generator. Just on diesel. For ensure say in business, not shut down. The other time they tell me say if this continue, this year done, they say they close this business. They get 15 salon people then where they work. No one know the way they pay less than 2 million Leone. So if that man shut in business down because of poor electricity, it is pay more money on electricity than probably even for pay the staff there. You can't just get this. I mean, other advanced country, then they call them service providers there. Guma Valley, not they give water in a pipe, but then they sell give 6,000 liter for 450,000 leons. Then they only take 3 from the 6 from the public. All the rest now they send them from, them price it as big man there. So if even when a 10 go for buy water, you don't buy your own bouncer, it ain't a host. You want to let them can supply you. If you not go within 9 o'clock, even 10 o'clock you go, you send person. Then 6 people then don't come, it's finished. I mean, you in a city. But still the basic, you can't get it. This weekend I've been there Zambia Bendugu. You can imagine that say now that achieved on the several villages and they will get 24 hours light and 24 hours water supply. Pipe-borne water.
Okay, because yesterday, we be get the program will deal with and begin for do with light, and the chair for energy and education na parliament, the committee na parliament na Honorable Kekura Vandi, it be the talk. So yes, it's a places then they na salon where they get 24 hours electricity. Where they get 24 hours electricity. So you they confirm am now to we. And the sad part is for Freetown, you're not able to commit to nothing not able to commit to nothing for till we say, okay, there's going to be a fix. Even say there's a quick fix, but you say at the end of the day, that quick fix they set a problem. So this go happen, he say, well, the chair for energy and education at parliament, they say the ministry, they tell her all things. So like, even no self, in just they talk no more about in a overseeing, they oversee them one and then they know more. And I be they say, why you not invite these people for make them come and make them can explain to you in a parliament if they know they tell you everything.
That shows you that people where we the elect for go represent we and now receive a good orientation for know the role of a member of parliament and for know the power where the committee get. Every country now you call any American CEO, no matter how powerful they, you say the American Congress, they call you, the Committee on Trade and Business, they call you. And they look for the best lawyers and now for let the advisor where he go, waiting if for say. Then go spend a huge amount of money for get a legal advice. But when you come at this country, the allegation that say, what you pack for me? We appear in parliament, what you pack for me? It's more paramount than waiting. The subject matter where you go and let this member of parliament really engage this expert, either a minister, either from the private sector. In fact, most people where they don't call now lecture the members of parliament. And when you sit down among them, then they confirm to you say, some of women they don't sabi. We just go make an education chair because in a be teacher, I don't think at the education sector. That is what qualify him or her to be a chair. If now I go parliament, then go either put me in an accountability committee, that if someone crazy, or then put me in the human rights committee. Why? They say na human rights and accountability. Or then put me in an NGO committee. But any other expertise, academic experience where I get or working experience where I get, they're not the one. As long as waiting popular alongside with you. When you say they talk about the disadvantage in this country, there's so much. So when you're not able to talk about one advantage, people the way get love for them party pass the country. And they say you hate development, you hate this country. So, this bill, that will not be distracted. And they call on, Sarah Networks. Sarah Network don't be one of our strongest partner over the years. Collectively, we and Sarah Network then we work on the accountability campaign on Parliament. We put the pressure, the necessary pressure. The Sarah Network play a great role for us to achieve that. For ensure say 80% of members of Parliament we been there from 2012 to 2015 not be returned back. If it costs we for let we get 100% this time round. If these people pass that bill against the wish and the will of the people of this country, and they appeal to anybody where they listen and to Sarah Network, let we spread the message across the world that say we go campaign against them. Let them political party not give them symbol. Let them community not elect them. And also, when they pass that bill, the day when they pass the bill, the next day we call on national demonstration against the Parliament of Sierra Leone for disrespecting the people of this country. The speaker, they even say now we are minute people there, that we are small people there. We get concerned. Say they're not for pass that bill. So we for send a message to the speaker in group say, we not to the small people there. We now the actual people of this country. We send them there. So now we will demonstrate against them. I want them on record that the day we Parliament they pass that bill, the next day they jump na the street and campaign against the Parliament of Australia for withdraw that bill or tell the president let him not put in signature by that bill. I mean I want let Parliament of Australia know say this is an open challenge now to them. So let them go ahead and pass that bill, and then we go demonstrate against them.
Okay, so Dadande, you go left with we.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Abdul Fatoma. We want to say thanks to Abdul Fatoma. We be join Chadi. That's in the Campaign for Human Rights Development. International no be 2016-2017. We'll be join them and we'll be get a campaign again against the parliamentarian, and it was successful. Maybe that's in the be don't come share and network it. We don't know but tweet. But you hear it was successful because we will get 80% of parliamentarians they will not return back. This time, you don't ask me for join them back. I hope we are ready for this. For join them. If the now, so the speaker say we na just small number, no more minute, just small inch. We na inch. Now we they call say may they not pass the bill. Now they show concern over the bill. The last time I be make an open call na I be make an open call say Boduya, this bill we want for popularize them. We want for popularize them. If you sabi, for translate and pantimni, Creole, Mende, Kuranko, any kind. Me I want to do one thing because it's an open challenge. They are ready to do it. Then they pass this then get for passer. But when they pass and done, we want to show them what thing we are made of. A big contact to it. Before then they pass and say, if we don't get now few, we don't translate in the local languages then. Let us begin for disseminate them. So that then go no say we don't ready. Then go no say we don't ready. Until then say we a small number of people, then we na anch. We go show them say we know to anch. Yeah? Please contact Tui again. Contact Tui. Now translate this. This not to pampati business show. This not to pampati. Yeah? Not to pampati. Because all the political party then first now they all right now they speak with one word. So not to pampati. So we self now for stand up like one mama picking them. And so we say for stand up. They say we na anch. The speaker say we minute. Now the ala no more. Are they big? Yeah? Are they big? Abu Power will say audio will be more powerful. Definitely, that's what we want to do. And for translate them inside the different languages then. And he said for back them up with pictures of lavish lifestyle. I ain't gonna make the people wake up. I ain't gonna make them wake up. But again, we salon people them. I remember that time we joined the campaign with Abdul Fatoma. I was in Sierra Leone by then. Be lady. We then call on a parliament and seize the passport and this and that. And we were here. We know what we do. Me Mr. Selassie, if me go begin with the correct translation, and then believe say other people and go continue. And see? Okay. Go see. Or the big though. If you can help us into Fula, Madingo, Mende, Timni, Limba, Loko, Koranko. Eh? So we need a draft because it do. How yeah, because it did already. So now we need for draft time again. Because I feel say now the main side them now we just need for, or we for just paraphrase them. Is that what we're trying to say? Yeah. Now summary we they do of the bill. All waiting and say inside the bill. Now just summarize with the summarize. We pick the main important side them. $25,000, $15,000, the sitting fee, this, the that, the fly them go out. Eh? If then Gaia challenge we, it's already in English. So I just say, wait till they say. I tell her say, for shouldn't say, eh? We na in Jalo, eh? Uboku pass anch. Okay, so and say summarize them. And say summarize them. Let's do a summary. Okay. Okay, summarize as Abdul Fatoma do the summary. Okay. We go try. We'll try for summarize them. Then we try now after the summary. We'll get them. Then maybe a lot of people go come on board for make we do the different language them. We'll do them in different languages. So that until they say we na hunch. Then they get in there. Hey, Papa God. Then get in them. But we go show them. I talk and I the other day say, I'll go sit down. Not so because they say they no mix, it left so. No. Then plan. But let us self plan for them. Who say forget and shocking? Who definitely forget and shocking? If we're not, then I'm afraid we not ever join force with Chadi and we fail. We not ever. So if we translate them in different languages, then we'll disseminate them on WhatsApp. It go. Let us show them what we're capable of. Now then they doubt we. Now then they call we names. But it's all good until it's not good anymore. Yeah? Yeah, that's what I was saying. For do I'm in different languages them, so that people can go know. Say na this don't happen. Or na this day about to happen. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving the platform, and thanks to Mr. Fatoma for the work what you do for winning that publicity. I only hope that things will be able to work out well the way you want that for go. But with the effort, if you keep pressing on, I hope say they will succeed with waiting that they do. Reforming the constitution, and then also onion within your own ideas, them they try for push forward within your own work with based on your own work way they do. In that way, they define your own work towards the nation you build on. So yeah, we dey still see say them they want to try for bring up this enhancement act and so on and so forth. You see, but you dey find out say really now, then they try to push things in a direction wherein um, with the time of trying to get what they need based on whatever they don't forecast. You see, but within I believe say one would direct say then they feel for realize say um it's a job called for. It's not a job that you need payment for. But it will be very difficult for talk that way. The people and go say, "Oh, what did this man mean?" It's difficult, really. It's like a reward, like a job of reward. It's a job that needs a reward. People and they say they reward you after you've done so much good, which is good. But here, if you select out certain things in a clause or certain things in the law book, or the one way they guide them for say this na the one way then they go with for say na in they make we sabi wetin dey na the country wetin the country asks for law we do based on government laws or our constitution. Then they pull bits and bits for let them go make things they go work out for them. You find out say most times they go with their own personal ego and they want just for saying na me wetin I think, wetin I want, and wetin we want for let go get we know how for know waiting the outcome of it. But the question here we may just still ask them, and then we realize is that now bringing all this and we see development things and they at the side, and we look areas that we lack funding, and we look areas that we lack expansion. We look for areas that where it be say there is a need for let we get a market pathway. This market pathway would create time for let people get business who will run at the country. I mean, the market itself, the market of say, whether we get foreign trade and then we'll get from domestic trade, they would be able to expand them. Or the people that will get creativity wouldn't be able to initiate idea ways sensible, we try to promote them, will make that area day. What are they trying for Brown here now? Now, if they say they need all this type of money, they need this type of enactment, then you bind them together. And then you look again, areas they wouldn't be don't put speciality, then bind them together. Then you pull the one that we now appointee, whether your money extra, because now they appoint you. Now contract they can't do like, but under the party, then you get the one that we now ongoing. So drawing the line between everything there, you could think now, let me look at those young lads. The one that we just grab one time, they begin to make I call them solar power out of the bike, a solar power car. When they see driving that was car in the worst hand, you get a small creativity. You able for see we go expand the market there and see how we able open a market pathway, a market road, or side where it be say we go able for expand them where we go able for develop so that we will get multiple and then we go able for promote we market in the country. So these are the questions that you can ask you. Now that one didn't go prioritize for development, or they go prioritize that cake, they will then go get a lump sum, where you basically go divert them, and then you go see again areas where you go see employment they become created with multiple talents for them to develop the markets or the talent them with that pathway where they don't create for them to able to go before. So it's a matter of development planning. It's a matter of knowing the what you make up for create things where rather than we try to make them in a way where for just the development of certain individuals them and feeling secured for letting them go able to say we do this job and say the energy what we need extra energy for let we go do this. That's so the description of the job called for. And then you forget about the laws of labor. You forget about the laws of any other thing. All the laws that we think is how I go able for achieve my own money, what go make I go able to defend myself. So it comes down to the matter of being somebody when a true nationalist, where you go say now, me as a government or me as somebody where there, me where there for the public service, I go able for try for let I go arrange the future of the people them we I can represent. It might be a bit complicated, but the point here is just think of development, think of expansion of ideas of people them, and your ideas them, not think of always for where you go guide your own way for let you go before. Because whenever you go think, now for let you go create, for let you go before. Whenever you go sleep, now idea for let you go before. Then go they come with different terms so that they go able to divert your idea. There is nothing wrong if somebody forgets that word day. But we don't see many signs that the public social media. We don't see from some of them public spokesmen them. We don't see from some of the ministers of information that they come. Say waiting aspire them for car inside politics. Waiting make the left then do what in are so-called horse selling. The horse selling another one way they say you, then they say you, well, they won't buy you. And when they buy you for now, you can't be in a party. Then the other one will say, well, we'll get trick for now, we'll pull you under. So you see, say, the price of that person there, you don't ever know. Because sometimes they know what's in the house, the logic behind the horse selling, like kind of a word they use for people. Then when they take their horse there, then they sell their horse there, they say, you know if the horse is good or bad. All they do, then go to rack and load down and to carry and bring and count until you can not to how you see and forgive. But in during this process, there's always an exchange will not be real at the market because they say horse sellers and they get tricks when they play. So they use that method to say that horse selling political strategy and then they use a salon. But remember, there are few people who have one for revenge. I don't call the name. Where this horse selling method, you the there. You dey pull idea for let you go secure yourself. You go there, you go pull idea for let you go secure. Even though the platform that it's in up, it look similar, but the level is different. So for let una not go there, you una get the one them back, we get different ideas. Say, well, by the end of the day, I guess I will go link. But when they are doing this again, then they secure them on here again. So that's one. Sometimes I for buy these horses, we don't know the prices. And what are these buying? And do this buy, when you don't buy some man, they don't give you. You don't go eat her. And tomorrow you left there, you don't can participate. When something happen tomorrow, and in the cause all this recipe towards political, I don't call them this peace and reconciliation issue, you know they go well. Because I know people that when they be but when they don't mistake, they don't go eat money. Now they don't fail waiting, they don't go look up. This is what is happening. So all these political strategies that you get to know, you as a politician, make I go inside there. Make I know I'll become neutral. If I'm not able for no say this thing now so they've been there when the shadow government's been there, in other words, you don't even know, you can't see them, they are just performing. Then we know they know again if not cults, and people are in there. When are political cults? Because one time you see them they sing a hymn, what you be say, so then they get the bass, so then they get the soprano, but now it's song good and they sing. But how we go join in the song is the big question. How we the civilians are going to join the song? But again, if we go with the doubts, everyone now sing good and they sing and they praise individual, or they sing one time, then they sing back talk to each other. But now look, then they sing one song. But tomorrow on a different song. They don't they sing song for praise we as citizens. They don't they bring an idea where they make will develop. They don't they try for know that boy will be they make that idea with that tire for now go promote them. They don't they see any creativity what will create room for. They don't see how the market for all will expand them. They don't want for no other man they not feel like be something in Pamai, it will begin able for produce soap. We say in there, now we go begin to produce soap with that pomade. But that pomade, because we begin to sell and need to find pomade, because I different pomade, the quality there. This way now, pomade we get a kind of a heavy level of fat, in that we make up for the make soap. Or they will get different ideas. They will go try create that place. They will go tap talents. They will go able to do. But in case we don't develop you now, when Una will be done there for years, we are still sure of which they can pay Una. For say this the last ditch they pay Una for them go resurrect from all the poverty, or will they pay Una a last ditch of money for them go to the ditch of being ditched into poverty, or now waiting we don't know waiting they come. So you give put them complex things are all in mind. For say if you develop the country, this hospital go good. You not go able for run for like the health go able for go before combine all them money and they go try just buy something when I think we'll go able for help. You get things that we go identify, say, them money that is then bring some sense, then we put and we will multiply them. And then when it develop now, because we are all in that developing market day, we don't create the public bank, we don't go try for change the nature of the public bank, where we not say, for the government partially owned or not owned. But in other words, most policies already put on public bank and then private bank. We go able for help. Una get ideas for development, still is the question. Or una get ideas for let una go secure una self so that we go able just the wait, they say, now so the tradition day. We no go able for redefine waiting make up development. We no go able redefine waiting mean politics. They don't make politics as they say politics now, it don't change totally. It is meant to be the eye of anything we pass with. Either you not believe God, now if don't be the next. Because then get what's then they call the human law and the law where God make. This is the next thing and when they govern person of the world. Whether you like it or not, with the country, then that law they already govern you. Who are then they put a lot of people there? So it's up to how the laws they are they put on for let them go meet up. Because when you pressure the law, you go reach a point, the citizens they say no. Because you go so you don't bring development. We see the same thing in this part of the world. People even don't me not like for going to the economic development, but the attitude of people who are politicians. You see they create idea for yourself, then you left the whole people like the struggle. Then you always come and say this is what is development. So I only hope say they're gonna look on what is development. Let a country develop so that themselves go able for can join. It might not take the same day. It takes some steps. Then look at the steps. Then look at big steps. Say then the one next slide. Pop, like another running. These little steps will make up those big developmental plans. Let God help the nation with people who they think. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome, yes, sir.